Hello and welcome back to Goons and Goblins, everybody. Today is going to be an interesting day. It's been a while since we've been on, and as you can see, we got the whole squad here, ready to go and play some games. The issue is, if you checked out our VOD from the last time we played, is there was no audio, and we kind of used that to recap a little bit. So that combined with D&D Beyond having a stroke while we were on while we were doing this last time, we have, well, at least I have no recollection of what we did. So we're here having to fix that up on the fly and make sure we have something to do. Um, so bear with us in this, as that whole combat, cool. That was nice, right? Well, no, you don't know that because you didn't hear it. Uh, well, it was cool over here, but we're gonna fast forward. We're gonna do a little bit of some skill stuff, some narration, and hopefully just forget this little incident ever happened. So yeah, I asked everybody to roll me a d20, because off screen we all kind of conferred to figure out exactly where everybody was at the end of the last session and what they were doing. Our high roll for this, it was actually Navi. Navi got the highest roll, which means he will be the first to make a decision on what he would like to impact on the battlefield first. Currently, he is standing next to Amon, one of the champions of the Trial Forge, who is unconscious, who went unconscious during this struggle against the Warforged army, fighting valiantly, wasn't able to overcome the numbers game, and now Navi's come to kind of help him, or at least that was the intent before. While that was going on, uh, while that was going on, Deez was also intending to to toss a potion over to revive Navi, as we know that this is a numbers game and having as many people up would be great. Reinhardt and Dick were over, giving support to the rest of the allies at the Trial Forge, helping them take down the Warforged. And if I remember that much correctly, you guys did take down a few of them. You guys were mostly done. Ormond Haas had taken control of another one, so there were two active enemy Warforged still up left. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm pretty sure that's right, because as I'm talking, I'm remembering a little bit, but I'm gonna go with that anyway. So there's three up altogether, but one of them is in control completely of Ormond Haas, as he is using the stone ground beneath him to puppet it, which is how we flavored a dominate creature spell. Uh, James moved in the way to kind of intercept a Calthrin who was looking to attack the injured Ormond Haas, who has been supplying the best backline support you could have imagined at this point. So letting people get to him would be kind of an issue. In the scramble between Mordai, Alsus, and Earthbreaker Grun, Mordai was disarmed of his vestige, the blood mace, taken off of him, and Grun was able to pick it up, not knowing the side effects of what would happen when he did. No notice, no anything. Grun, one of the most physically intimidating people you've probably ever met, dashed outside of the ruins of the Trial Forge. You guys unaware of his intent on that, while Mordai, unarmed, completely left defenseless here, is on the brink of losing everything, and he's kind of like left in the fish out of water in a situation that is far bigger than he could have ever imagined. While Alsus, I believe, is trying to do something about Grun in that whole situation. So with all of that context, and we let go of the freeze frame there, kind of breaking out of combat, because I'll just say we're not going to do full on combat. We're just going to do decisions, and we're going to narratively kind of push this forward through that. Navi, knowing the landscape of what's going on here, where does your mind and intent go?
First, I would need to know. Does it like where I'm at right now? I mean, he's unconscious. He's already got taken out in mine.
Yeah.
So does it look under control where I'm at right now?
No.
No. All right.
No.
So I would want to get out of danger range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
say
because
because
you
you
guys
guys
haven't
haven't
really
really.
spread out the distance in this fight too much, that there is no real safe spot that you're at. It's more of priorities and what you might think is concern. Because there are two warforged that are actively fighting against you guys, and what is stopping them from turning anywhere is like you don't know, kind of thing. So this is still like a war zone. There's still a lot of dangerous people here. As Krull and Vorkris are still here. So that's two more players on top of all of the other things that's going on. There's a lot of moving parts here. Um, so to say anywhere is leveled or okay would I would be lying if I said that was true.
With that said, who's within 30 feet of me from the enemies?
I'd say I'd say the Warforge would definitely
And
be
there's
the,
two of them, right?
yeah, yeah.
All right. So what I would do is I'm gonna cast Bane and target a two Warforged.
Okay.
That's what I would do, just so I could give them that debuff.
Okay. Cool. This is gonna be some non D&D shit that I'm gonna be doing here. Background, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay. And we're gonna leave you right there for this. Um, James. The freeze frame comes off on you in your part of the area. When you think of the situation out of the way that I've kind of laid it out, where does your mind go and what you would like to do here? How would you like to influence the battlefield? Not in it doesn't have to be a specific action, but what is the intent of what your character would want to do here? As we're not going to be like swing for combat kind of thing. But if the intent is to like stay in front of him and be like, I will defend Ormid, that's going to happen, then you could just say that and I will leave you here.
Um, hmm. I think that will be the option.
Okay.
And I guess I'd use whatever magic and means to
Mm-hmm.
keep him up and sustain him while also being like the last stand between me and Ormond Haas.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. As you can see, I'm collecting information so that I can make one big narration at the end of all of this. Copy. Okay. Who's up next? That's not good. Did somebody not roll?
I think it was me because I didn't know you guys rolled.
Roll a d20 for me.
Because I was trying to get a new camera.
No, I feel you. Okay, well that makes perfect sense because you're up next. Based on that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're up next. Cool. Freeze frame drops on you. You are looking. You're not only looking at Mordai on the ground, but Groon is running off. There's chaos everywhere. You see friends fighting, some falling. What is your intent? How are you trying to your first thought on how to handle the situation? What would you try to do in a general sense?
I would love to go after Groon, but I'm pretty sure I can't catch up with him.
Cool.
I want to have. I want to keep Mordai alive, which is the whole reason why I wanted the war pick, the blood mace, to just be out of his hands.
Okay. So you don't want to further attack Mordai. He's in a bad spot. You want to focus on Groon. Okay, cool. reactions. Okay. Who do we have next? D's. Freeze frame comes off on D's in the middle of thinking about chugging a potion, understanding that the intent of everybody around you. What is your knee-jerk reaction of how you wish to impact the battlefield, the situation, the scenario? What would your intent be?
My priorities in order. One is to keep Amon alive. Two is to make sure that Navi is good. And three is to take down as many Warforged enemies as possible. So those are my priorities.
Okay. You got it. We will see how this plays out very soon. I'm actually getting excited. This is a new thing. We're freestyling here. We're gonna figure this one out.
I just mentioned patch like doing like pause.
Yeah, it's just like the game breaker. He's just there. Dick, you have been clobbering these Warforged like no tomorrow, sponging up hits.
Oh yeah.
Sponging up hits using all of your might to keep Roy up. As the freeze frame comes off of you in this scenario, how would you like to impact the battlefield? Where does your mind go and how you want to handle this?
So Dick is going to hold his steel share like a like a he's gonna hold it like a shield,
Oh, okay.
and he's gonna have his in his other hand in his he's gonna have that, and he's gonna like try to he wants to scope out the battlefield and see who is the most hurt,
Okay.
and at the same time he wants to see um like who deserves it the most to get hit, and then he's gonna go suplex city on any bad dude he sees.
I like it. Okay. I heard a lot of things, and we will definitely do that. Let's see.
War games, huh?
Yeah, it's war games. You gotta go suplex city. Okay. Copy. Okay. Reinhardt. uh, rolling lowest, you get to scope out what everybody else is frigging to do. In a general sense, how exactly would you like to impact the battlefield? What exactly is on your mind, and what your next action is?
Kind of the same as what Dick's doing. Keep the pressure off of all the people, all the fodder who's gotten hurt so far. Try to focus the attention of the Warforged.
Copy. Okay, so all right, I get it. So it's basically like just hold the line. Like no, like whoever is hurt, you're just trying to be as fucking annoying as possible in
Like
getting them.
our main guys, they're weak, but they're the foundation. Without them, we're screwed. So
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay. What an honorable thing for Reinhardt to say. Okay. As we begin to play out the scene, Navi, I need an Arcana check.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Can I hit lucky on that?
What happened?
Can I do lucky on that?
You absolutely can if you want.
I'll use lucky on that.
Sure. Yeah.
Natural 20 for 33.
Okay. And I am going to need Let's go with Dick. I'm gonna need an athletics check with advantage. Okay. And what else do we need? Cool. So we can start playing out from right there. As this begins to break out and the scene becomes like goes back to the chaoticness that it was before. Navi begins to burst out with all of this intent, looking down at a fallen ally, understanding that the time is running out for you guys to stay still and hold this line against what is an incredibly powerful set of opponents. You know that first things first, those Warforged got to go. You the hemocraft that runs through your body from being a a member of the Claret Order at this point kind of shoots out, almost like a physical manifestation of like your arcane power, like sliding in. Think like Scarlet from Mortal Kombat, as as like it like slides into these Warforged, not just like interfering, but almost like puppeting them yourself. Like you're almost just like cranking and cranking every move that they make. You can feel yourself kind of inside and tweaking every movement, causing them to kind of stutter in place. As you're doing that, Dick is surveying the field, looking to see who is most eligible to get sent to Suplex City. seeing the Warforged completely caught out like that in a vulnerable state, Dick understands that not only is the most hurt person standing right next to Navi, but the people who intend to do him harm are also standing right in front of him. Dick runs over and does exactly as he says he would do. Kind of almost, I would say, almost comedically, like bashing their heads together, and essentially like super like it's the launch trailer of Zangief for Street Fighter 6 on these Warforged as they crumble and you see the light at the core of their body go out as Dick has taken care of the Warforged, especially with those really, really big rolls. As the combination of a very, very big Arcana check to completely immobilize them and the strength as you stand in the home and worshiping place of the Stormlord are able to combine and take out the remainder of the Warforged problem. Alcis, I need a persuasion check from you.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
No.
Got it. Persuasion, let's go. Got a 16.
Great. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin to focus on Groon, and I guess my question would be like, you're trying to catch up. He is gone. I would say that the persuasion check would represent a call out for a higher power to help in this, as there's no way you could physically reach him. You call out, this is standing in the Church of Cord, while also being the favored of Bahamut. You call out for anybody to hear your call to influence this and help Groon, as Groon is still, at least momentarily, within your sights. As you're focusing and trying to reach out and that divine energy starts pouring out of you, from the side, Mordai throws a dagger at you, breaking your concentration. You fail.
Oh man, that's interesting. That is very interesting.
As you did not pass the check, so that's how that would represent that.
Damn.
James, give me Give me a Tinkerer's Tools check.
Okay. Tinker's Tools check. D20 plus proficiency double. That's 13.
13. Okay. Catherine has transferred from a kind of like stoic walk to a ferocious run as he is towards sprinting towards Ormid Haas. You are the only thing standing in its way. So, and you understand that your reactions are going to be very important to how the rest of this fight goes on, as Ormid is currently holding his concentration to dominate the creature and keep one of the Warforged away. You, how do I say it? You use all of your arcane gadgetry to attempt to interfere with his stride. Gunshots blazing. Like it would be like in an anime if you're like shooting him as he's running directly into you, and his spear is just blocking all of them. As this obsessive run cannot be halted, and as he like runs by you, not even thinking about what would happen, the spear goes directly into Ormid Haas's chest. And as the spear goes in the chest, he takes the war pick off of his side, and it goes right into his back. And okay. While all that is happening, uh, these make sure that Amon gets up.
Wow.
As these will get that potion to Amon as he is now finally up.
Hey.
Breaking the as you do that and you are able to secure the potion and Amon is now awake again. As you walk up to him, you do realize that the Warforged that was under Ormid Haas's control is now aggressive again, standing directly in front of you. As you look over and you see him being impaled with two different weapons, understand he's no longer in control of this Warforged and things are bad. Reinhardt, at the end of the initiative, you've seen everything happen. I am going to give you the chance to alter your decision and see if there's anything you would like to do knowing what has changed and transpired.
Might need a minute.
It's okay. There ain't no rush here. But, you know, the one advantage to going last.
I am going to take my glaive and bonsai charge what's his face attacking Ormond Haas.
Absolutely. Give me an athletics check.
What's his face?
19?
As you survey the situation, understand that the line that needs to be held is a lot different than what you initially thought. Your stature, athletic, coordinated, more so than someone your size absolutely should be. You run up behind after you see Ormid Haas get clobbered by both of them. You run up behind with your glaive, and you take a humongous swing at at Calthrin. He attempts to dodge it by pulling out the spear that he has, but your glaive cuts his spear in half, cuts him across the face, and knocks his mask off. Okay.
How you like that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to him, but you will once again be introduced to the face of this half Vega looking man and half dragonborn face that is here. Now I'm gonna need a minute because I need to process everything I just said. uh at the end of this initiative roll, I'm just gonna shorthand it and say it's an initiative. But at the end of this, Kroll is the final one to act. He understands the situation. Everybody give me an insight check.
Nine.
Huh? I got a 25.
Everyone is very focused on what's
I got
happening
12.
here. Everyone is extremely focused about whatever their previous task was, except for Alcis, whose attention has been knocked back to the center of the battlefield after taking a dagger to the shoulder, pretty much. A smirking Mordai staring up, feeling a sense of accomplishment in what is sure to be a loss for him by the end of this day.
Why? What does he have to gain from this?
Standing on the roof of one of the buildings here has been Kroll the whole time. You look up and your attention goes up to this hellacious looking turtle man who is looking down, and he doesn't look very confident at all. You know he's getting ready to pull out. And if he pulls out, everybody pulls out. I'm gonna need D20 rolls from everybody again. And I will be rolling a D20 for Kroll.
Are you
I
still
am
in
not doing
narration
it
mode?
today.
Are you still in narration mode, or can I make a decision on the crawl, the portal?
You could be a bit more specific on what you want to do here, because
I want to attack him with my bow of Fairweather.
Sure, yeah.
Unless you...
Absolutely. We will figure that one out.
All right, cool. Do I still roll the 20?
Well, not right now, but we could do that on your next roll of wherever we get there. So I rolled okay. Oof.
Well,
okay.
puppy.
So the situation is extremely dire at the moment. I rolled a 13 for Kroll. So because of that and the way that things rolled out, he's going right after Reinhardt. Reinhardt, you with your natural 20, you see what would after I would assume Alcis is able to convey the information to look up and understand the situation. Reinhardt, you have one shot to, if you don't want him to leave, you have one shot to stop him. But if you don't care, if you find something to be a bit more important than stopping him, you can use that for your action. But either way, no matter what, at the end of your decision, Kroll will do what he's going to do.
If I throw something, will I have to roll to hit him?
There will be a roll attached to it, yes.
How far is he?
Far enough that you can hit him.
Like how many feet specific?
We're just going to say you're close enough to hit him with whatever ranged weapon you want to.
Could I throw both of my hand axes at him?
For flavor, you absolutely can. And we'll just ignore. We'll say he is so far beyond your reach usually, but given the circumstances, we don't care.
It's the adrenaline. I'm just gonna take both my hand axes and huck them at him. and I rolled twice for just both of them.
Okay. Before you roll, let me set this up. Understanding that all the work you've done so far might be undone if you let this man take action. You take out both of your hand axes. You like run them through the ground. You give like a sonic boom gesture as you twirl both of them and huck them as hard as you possibly can. Both of them twirling horizontally on their way to Krull. You have to hit this man. His armor class is 17. You hit him both times, good things happen. You hit him one time, an okay thing happens. You miss both, he's gone. 17 is the magic number. Let's go. That's a miss. One more shot. One more shot. 24. Okay. I see him stressing over there. That natural one is fucked up. That's a fucked up time for a nat one. Both of your axes fly true and straight. Though he is in the middle of beginning to cast something, he becomes aware of the axes coming toward him. He dodges the first one, no problem, no issue. I would say he like comedically ducks his head into the turtle shell to prevent himself from being decapitated. But because he has temporarily blinded himself, he misses the other axe go straight into his wrist, interrupting his casting time. For his turn, he is going to, the blood leaking from his turtle body as he stands up there, understanding what's happening. He's going to use his turn to try to continue to do what he was doing. So you see, and I will say there will be no more interrupting him after this. So we will go through everybody else's turn and see what everybody else wants to do in the face of all of this. Very, very good thought process. Love that. Dick Blood, you're up next.
Okay, so how far is he from me?
What do you want to do?
Shit. Ah! All right. Okay, let me yeah. I'm going to throw my steel share of lightning at him.
Okay. Dick Blood. Throw steel chair. We will freeze frame you right there. That's what you're gonna do. This is gonna be funny.
Oh God.
All right. Let's see. Alcis is up next. You have failed your attempt. At this point, Grun has gone so far you can no longer see him, as he is lost to the city of Sadash somewhere at this point. You were the first to acknowledge that Krull was attempting to escape, and you see your party members responding to try to interrupt. They have successfully done so far. You also have a smirking Mordai who is very happy about interrupting you, and one Warforged who's up. And you know, there's. What do you want to do? How's it going? What is the vibe here? Are you still going to try to pursue Grun in this situation? Are you going to help with stopping Krull to keep them here? What is your priority? What are you feeling?
Can I smack Mordai into unconsciousness with my shield? Because I feel like if I don't take care of that, he's gonna attempt to sabotage me again if I do anything else.
That is, yeah, you can absolutely take the time to do that. Okay.
So what would I roll for that? Would it be an armed
We'll get to that when
strike?
we get to that. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. Okay, then yes.
James,
There we go.
you have failed.
Wow.
Armored
Wow.
Haas is in dire straits at the moment. Beforehand, give me an insight check with advantage.
Like
19. You see as Cawthorn has mortally wounded, his intent is to not stop. He is going to continuously attack Ormond Haas if you allow him to.
can I give a specific action?
Well, yeah, for sure. This is
Third level
like
vortex warp.
third level vortex warp. Copy. Somebody roll me a d20.
Not me. Nope.
Somebody
I'll
roll
do
me a
it.
d20. Yeah, roll me a straight d20. This will represent the con save for him. 90 feet. Where you want him?
It's 120 because I pushed it
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, you did. 120 feet somewhere harmless. Where are you putting him?
on the roof next to
Next to the other bozos.
yeah next to the bozo that's casting a spell.
Copy. All right. So all of a sudden, like, all right, you could use up that slot. Thank you. And we will count that as your use because that was a very you lost one, so you get a little bit more leeway with how you want to do it. Because this is a very awkward kind of skills challenge thing. Because I'm marking down how many you guys pass versus how many you guys fail in this. And if you reach one threshold before the other, we're kaput. Like so thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Vortex War. Okay. Alrighty then. Navi. You were the catalyst to two Warforged getting destroyed at the same time. The context of the situation has changed a lot. People are trying to get away. Ormond Haas is almost dying. Your allies from the Trial Forge are pretty much licking their wounds as they've been fucked up here. You have one way to influence this battlefield. What do you do?
How far is Kroll from me?
As far as you need him to be.
Man. You know what? For the content, I'm going to Dimension Door to him, and I'm dragging these with me. He is not going away.
Interesting.
It's the turtle, right? Yeah.
Okay, mark off that spell slot for me, please. And with that, we get to D's.
All right. With this turtle, I want to do the one thing I want to do. I want to use all my speed if possible. I want to just run up on this man and push him on his back. And then keep punching him in the chest as much as I can.
Okay.
Priority is pushing him on his back because I want to see this.
I have all right. We will unfreeze once again and understand what we're doing. What I will need I will need an athletics check from Dick Blood. Actually, no, I need a ranged attack from Dick Blood. I'm going to need a spell attack from Alsus. And D's, I'm going to say you automatically hit with what you're trying to do here. But what I will need is for somebody to roll me a d20 to act as his save for the stunning strike, to actually immobilize him. So you will hit, but he will need to make a save. Who wants to roll the d20 for Kroll?
I'll do it. Come on, low rolls. You've been helping me.
So,
All right, give me 1 second to check Kroll's sheet.
and you want an attack for my share, right?
Just a regular ranged
attack.
attack using strength. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay. Let's see.
You said you want a spell attack from
spell
me?
attack, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like anyone, or one that requires
just a general spell attack. Whatever your highest spell attack is, go for it.
Nat 20 on the chair.
Okay.
Fuck it. The spirit. Wait, hold up. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna do the spiritual weapon at 4th level, please. Cool. How's 7?
Ooh. This is interesting. All right. So Dick Blood responding to Reinhardt giving you guys a moment more to act on the situation. Takes the steel chair, tosses it as hard as he can as it turns into a bolt of lightning going straight up. And as it's streaking up, all right, we're gonna have some fun. As we're streaking up back over at James, he sees Ormond Haas in dire straits and basically alley-oops. He alley-oops Calthrin in front of the steel chair of lightning, creating the lightning that will extend forward. As he puts him directly in front of Kroll, the lightning will hit him and bounce off of him and hit the rest of the people up there, including Kroll and Vorkris, who is up there. So while that is happening, this as the lightning is flowing through this rooftop on the Trial Forge, immediately a dimension door opens to the side of Kroll, with Navi coming out with D's right behind him like a fucking raid boss. D's not wasting any time, just full like cock back punch on Kroll as hard as you can. Constitution saving throw for the stunning strike. He rolled a 14. Does that meet or beat your save for your key?
Wait, for stunning. Oh no!
For stunning strike.
I was ready to have my notes up. Where are they?
Are you okay?
Buster! Whoa!
Oh, it says con DC is 14.
Unfortunately, he just beats it. 12 on the die plus 2.
No, it's 15. It's 15.
It's 15?
Stunning strike is 15.
Oh wait, does it update when you like get leveled up?
Yep.
It updates depending on. I will check the sheet, and I will make a ruling.
Should look at
the sheet that ass says 15 in front of you.
I will make a ruling after I see the sheet. Okay.
Nah, I don't have to actually update.
Okay.
That.
Fair enough. After reviewing the play, it has been determined that Kroll does not beat the DC for a stunning strike and therefore will not be awarded a free ride home.
Thank you, Navi.
The intent in the punch cracking Crow, who's nursing his arm at the moment, still stunned, unable to block it, falls directly on his back. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of this. I'll just roll the nat one in the midst of this chaos. While everybody's attention is pointed up on the rooftop, Alcis alone has chosen to completely take Mordai out of this fight, but has failed. As she swings her shield, Mordai is able to dodge it, using it to get up, throw sand in your eyes, and like punches you so hard to the point that when you get your vision back, you don't see him.
It's getting desperate. That's how I'm taking it as. It's getting desperate.
What I'm taking it as, that natural one, it means he escaped. That's what I'm taking it as everyone is preoccupied. Okay. That's our second round of narrative flow. And things are going extremely well for you guys. You guys have done a lot of good here. But now things get a little bit haha. As at the end of that freeze frame, it is Deez and Navi up on the rooftop, where currently Catherine was bounced to, and Vorkris is up there as well, as two of the Draconian Knights stare face to face with two allies. Now I'm going to add their actions to this, as they are now fully involved in this combat. It's not letting me roll on this screen, or else I would. It's being annoying because I kind of want to add them, because I'm gonna need another round of D20s. Another round of D20s. Before you 14, 8.
15.
I
got
got a
eight.
nat one.
Okay.
There has to be some kind of there has to be some kind of AI behind this, because it heard you and now look at me and these.
It's because of the
Exactly.
I blame
like,
it on
oh.
Watsy.
Blame everything on Watsy.
Well, you both went through the door, so you're connected there.
Okay.
And I did.
Let me roll. Let me do this. This Word document is getting a workout right now. Reinhardt rolling well. See, Reinhardt getting in here. Is that double nat ones? Yikes. So this is very fun, because for the second time in a row, Navi and Deez have rolled the same number. So it's kind of like they're going hand in hand. Way to go. Sadly, it's gonna be at the end of the initiative roll. As we reach the next level of our narrative interlude, James starts us off. The context of the battlefield has changed greatly once again. You guys have gotten you guys have gotten the upper hand. They are not able to escape. You do know Kroll, up until this point, has taken a lot of damage. He wasn't unfazed leading up to this point. I distinctly remember his HP being very far from full. So you see a hurt, stunned Kroll up there, unable to retreat the troops, a dying Ormid Haas to the side of you, and I think those are the only two relevant things up on the roof and Ormond Haas next to you. You guys have kind of streamlined what's going on here.
Okay. I've come to a decision.
Yes.
And I'm going to invoke something that we joke about from time to time. I'm going to invoke one of our dear friends. And Tariq, if you're out there, I hope you feel this with me.
What do you want to do?
Can I do two things at once?
What do you want to do?
Number one, is Ormond Haas dead?
No.
I'd like to put a hand on him, cast invisibility, and say, "Get the fuck out of here! Alert the assembly."
Oh, let me clarify. He's not dead, but he is unconscious.
Okay. Scratch the invisibility then. I'm gonna second level cure wounds.
Okay. What else would you like to do?
I'd like to tell him to get out, same thing. Get out of here, alert the assembly.
Okay.
Second thing. I want to vortex warp Jack and let Jack drop kick that little turtle off the building. Or, push. Nice little push. Shove.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
I'll allow it. We'll let that get done. That sounds hilarious. Let's get Jack in the middle of all this. Jack can obviously choose to fail. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we will have that as you want to heal, tell, and then have Jack do something. Okay. Reinhardt, you're here. You have made great strides in these turns. Last one, you saved the combat last time. You just straight up did. There ain't no way around it. Like you straight up did. What are you thinking now? Considering there's people on the roof, there is Calthrin over. Well, actually, Calthrin's up there, and Ormond Haas is taken care of, presumably. So the roof is the only issue. How would you like to interact with said roof?
What are the other? What are they called? Like champions of the trial.
I would say just to streamline it, that they are working together using whatever they have left to take care of the last Warforged that was released. Is that fair?
No. All right. I'm gonna take a defensive role in front of Ormond to shield him from any danger. And I'm gonna point to some random worker, whatever, some random soldier, random fodder, and go alert whoever your boss is. Like, we need help. Go get him. Shoo.
Okay, so fine, you got it. Definitely. I love that line because Reinhardt doesn't know these people. he doesn't know what a lot of what Reinhardt's looking at has no context.
I'm gonna point at Mop Guy and just go.
Yeah, that's exactly who was gonna show up. Don't worry. He was my choice. All right, you got it. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna play those out right now. Yeah, we're gonna play this out right now. All right. James, you do as intended. The cure wounds comes off. You are able to awaken Ormond Haas, and you give him the message to just get the fuck out of here. Give me persuasion check with advantage.
24.
He disappears. You convinced him he is out of here. Ormond has successfully left the fight with a lot of problems, and I assume a lot of questions later on. But he is gone. You don't know where he went, as it was like a snap decision. In that moment, you sounded like he needed to take your word for it. Okay. as you see him go away, you see like a running start from out of frame as Jack begins to ching 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 ching, uh, and you hit him with a vortex warp, and he kind of like it's like a Mario tunnel, and he like falls on this swanton bombs onto Kroll from the start of it. What do we do here? Roll me Jack's attack roll.
Let me go find it. I think it's a D20 plus my spell attack. if I'm not mistaken. So that would be, oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. With a dirty 20 hit.
A dirty 20 would hit.
And an arcane jolt to it.
Oh yeah, okay, you got it. Yeah. All right. So for extra razzle dazzle on it, Jack comes out of like this whole like Jack appears in the sky just and free falls down swanton bomb style as you reach like terminal velocity coming down, like you feel the sparks coming out of like Jack and is just and it hits Kroll and like puts him through the building, collapsing everybody on the roof back to ground level. As okay. As the trial force people not happy. But for the content, everybody else is. Next on this roll is actually Catherine. So as they have entered, and they definitely still have every intent to get the fuck out of here. Catherine is going to attempt to grab Kroll's big ass body and try to make a run for it. That's the intent. Now, I am going to roll an athletics check for Cali Boy, unless somebody wants to roll the d20 for me. Yeah, go for it. Have fun. Okay. That is not good. It is not good. Alsus, you're up next in this order. You see this go down, and despite everything, you know that Catherine is attempting to leave. He is not necessarily making a very fast way out, as he did not roll particularly well. You have your option. Everybody's back on ground level again, so no roofs to deal with. Kroll is still on his back. a lot of this. a lot of gripping up as Vorkris and Catherine find themselves working their way through the debris and trying to get out. You lost more die to continue to pursue. That's still an option. That would be a roll in itself. Or you can focus on stopping these gentlemen from leaving.
So you said Vorkris is on his back? No.
Vorkris and Catherine are the only two standing enemies at the moment.
I already forgot. Wait, it's Kroll on his back?
He has Kroll. Like Catherine has Kroll. He's getting ready to run away with him because Kroll is currently stunned.
I'm going to shoot my bow of Fairweather, and I need it to not fail.
Who are you shooting?
Catherine, I think. Fuck, no, that's not his name. Wow.
You're gonna shoot it at Catherine. Cool.
Right, yeah, because he's the one that's standing that has Kroll on his back, right? Or is it
Correct.
Worker? I'm so sorry. I'm mixing up the names right now.
Just roll me an attack.
Okay. I got a 10.
That ain't gonna do it. Wait, hold up. Actually, that ain't gonna do it. Yeah. So it does not work. Your attempt at trying to slow him down. I will say that when you shoot the bow, it is unimpeded by the debris that is falling around. So it glides perfectly while it misses, just so you know.
Doing its job like it was supposed to. Yay.
I will say, like, you in that situation, you did have an option to, like, if you had any like magic you wanted to use. They're in a situation where they're kind of like within the vicinity of that. We're like closing this in, so it's not as big scale, so we could be a little less general with our stuff.
Well, since it's my action, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm good. It's just like, if you knew that you could have used Matt, would there have been a different action there?
No.
Okay. So, love the honesty. Let's go. So that is a failed attempt. Next on our. Okay. Next is Volkris on the initiative. You guys rolled pretty bad on the low end. Somebody roll me a d20 on screen again. This will represent an Arcana check. Okay. You've seen these gadgets before that they have, where there's like a 1-turn delay on the teleport. So it's not immediate because he is not a spellcaster himself. But you could see him attempting to kind of engage that, and they're desperate. They want to get the fuck out of here. So that's gonna be his turn, and that Arcana check will be fast enough that it works. So you're once again on the 1-turn counter to stop these guys from leaving. Dig blood. Everybody is suddenly very close. You can run up and do whatever you'd like to kind of influence them as you see they are trying to leave. Volkris grabbed a kind of like little gadget, and you can see the area around him and his comrades kind of glowing. You've seen this, well, I'm not sure if you specifically, but you would have known about this before. They are trying to teleport, and it is a delayed teleportation item. How would you like to influence them, stop them, do whatever you'd want to do? Where is your mind going? And I will. Yeah, I will say. Yeah, just give me what you think, and Navi and Deez understand that you guys will be moving together next, so you guys will be able to do whatever joint nonsense you'd like at the end of initiative.
Would I be able to reach him? Like,
yep. Absolutely, 100%. Yep. You want to reach him? You got it.
I'm just gonna get to them, like just run at them, Wolverine style.
I always assume that every time you run at somebody, it's Wolverine style. That's like been the headcanon here. It's just been Wolverine. Yeah.
I'm gonna come at him, and then I'm going to hit him with my dagger in the neck.
Oh. Who are you aiming for? So there's Krull, who is on Catherine's shoulder. There's Catherine, you know him, and Volkris, who is currently, I guess, engaging the teleportation device. So you have 3 options there. They're all like right next to each other, so there's no extra work needed to get from one to the other.
I'm gonna hit Volkris.
You got it. Just give me an attack.
Okay.
Let's give me an attack here. It's a 1 in 400 chance for that to happen. Double nat one. Uh,
Oh, second attack?
sure. But do this one with disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Okay.
You run with all of your speed into this group of villains with the dagger that has helped you through every hard battle since you've begun your adventure. With the ferocity of a wolverine, you run with the dagger, ready to jab him in his neck and end this once and for all. But you miss. Your swing goes right to the neck. Your momentum gets used against you as Volcris uses his leg to trip your leg from under you. And as you turn around, he gets you in a headlock and uses you as a shield against the rest of the damage that is apparently going to come to him. So you are now a hostage in this situation for that double nat one, as you've been caught off balance and things are very, very dire. Seeing victory in front of you snatched away by your overzealous nature of capturing the moment. At the end of initiative, Navi and Deez, your friend is now caught in this, like, in the middle of all this. If they get away, they're taking him with them. What's the plan?
So my original thought, or I was going to run up on, was it Volcris, the one who has the
Yes.
teleportation device?
Yeah.
I was going to try to get him in, like either trip him or semi-fight him and ask if Mousekull can run up and try to grab the device from his hands.
Okay.
That was the goal. Navi, what you thinking? Because we here. What's it? But now, what?
So
If you're gonna hit
is
him,
this counter spellable?
No. Items are not counterspellable. Item uses.
Then I
You-
would just try to use command at second level.
Okay.
Oh,
Deez, what are you going to do? As you guys are going at the same time, we will not let one. We'll see what you guys want to do, being that his seems pretty independent and not really dependent on what you do. Knowing that he's going to cast command, what exactly are you going to? Who are you casting command on? I can't hear you.
both of them, Kroll and Volcris.
Okay, cool. Deez, knowing that he has intent to command, what will you do now with your action? How will you influence the greater battlefield right now and send us home?
I remember command has to do, like, you only can tell him one thing, so he's probably gonna tell him either stop or drop.
It's one word, yeah.
My intent will still be the same, to go after Volcris because he has the device,
Mm-hmm.
and the intent is to have him so focused that he doesn't notice that Mousekull is taking it from him.
Okay.
That's my intent.
All right. These you run up. You're in close vicinity, and as you're about to kind of engage in that, the command goes off for Kroll and for Volcris, right?
Yep.
I need someone to roll me.
I was going to give a portent to Volcris.
Have you not used them already?
Remember, we did them again. Remember when we?
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna give him? What are you gonna give him?
The 7.
Okay. I still need 2 d20s for Kroll.
I got him. All right. Come on. Fuck me. 20 different ways to Sunday. My bad.
Okay. So Kroll has advantage against all magical saves. So that 20 is for Kroll save. You're gonna give Volcris the 7. What do you tell him?
Release. I'm just trying to give him a fucking chance to get the hell out of there.
Release. And that's the intent, to let go of Dick.
Yeah. Like whatever he has, release it.
Okay. I mean, he failed. So the headlock that he had on Dick Blood, that Dick, you like, oh, this guy's fucking strong. Hold up. This guy's kind of brolic. You feel the release come off of your neck as you are free once again to do as you wish.
The baby boy special.
Okay. Natural 20. Plus, it's been a whole rotation. Kroll is no longer stunned. He will have an action in this go around.
Ugh.
And it's the same situation. Because you know what he's about to do. Give me d20 rolls.
Fuck.
A little bit of old school D&D. I believe they're used to roll like initiative every turn. A little bit of that flavor.
I don't like when I'm trying to roll for myself, it's low, but when I got to roll for an enemy, it's high. I'm not liking this.
Which is
Same,
why
yeah.
I used to roll, because what if my only good roll goes to the fucking antagonist?
Just got
Yeah, that's true.
and
This Word document is like 6 pages. I'm just scrolling down. It looks like I'm typing shit out. Okay. Let's see what everybody rolled. Not good. Copy. Not so bad. Hold up. That's funny. Dick and Reinhardt are going at the same time. Okay. Oh, it gets okay. It got bad very fast. Okay. Whew. Luck of the roll. Luck of the roll. All right. Top of the round is Calthrin. What? There's not much for him to do here. say generally he's gonna guard up and kind of just play shield for the other two who are clearly getting more of the brunt of this than he is. As he drops Kroll down because Kroll is no longer stunned because he went a whole round with that, so he's good. And that'll be what he does. Alsus. The teleportation is glowing. Kroll is free. It looks like they're about to go. This is big time stakes. What do you want to do? Generally, what do you want to do? Specifically, what do you want to do? Give me an idea. If you had like an all or nothing shot to influence this, to make a move, even if it's something that's not specifically on your character sheet, where are you going with it?
Are you familiar with the spell Grasping Vine?
I believe
Because who's doing the teleportation spell? It's Lord
Vorkris. Vorkris has it, yeah.
Vorkris. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume he's like 30 feet away from me. So it says you can conjure a vine that sprouts from the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. When you cast this spell, you can direct the vine to lash out at a creature within 30 feet of it that you can see. That creature must succeed on the dexterity saving throw or be pulled 20 feet directly toward the vine.
Oh.
Until the spell ends, you can direct the vine to lash out at the same creature or another one as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Okay. And
so like stop the spell, I guess, by doing that. Break concentration? I don't know.
So it doesn't do damage, right? No, it just pulls them, correct?
It just pulls them, yeah.
And you are going to use that on Volkris, the person with the teleportation device.
Mm-hmm. So I have that, and I have a bonus action, so I can do it again.
Sure.
But it's within 30 feet, but I'm going to assume I'm still kind of in range?
Yeah, you're around. You're around. It's not like you're like a statue either. Like in this like frame, you can actually move around a little bit, and like you don't have to stay like put in one spot. Okay, I like that. I need. Oh boy. I need someone to roll a dex save for Volkris.
If you get the dex, you got to beat is a 14. So I'm going to punch someone if they get higher than that.
14, yeah. Is the dex to beat this? Huge roll. Huge.
Bonus action. A bonus action is shit. I don't know. Damn.
Oh, you want to? Okay. So he's going to do it, like, you're going to do it one time, and he's going to break it, and then your guy going to come up from behind, like another vine pops up, and you're going to try to push him. Okay, give me another save. We'll double grasping vine on this. Let's go. Who's rolling it?
You said dex save?
It's just give me a D20. You don't know his numbers, so just give me a D20. 2 passes. 2 passes.
Wait,
he passes both.
No, he has to beat a 14.
So that's a 13. That's a 13 raw plus his dexterity. He is a very physically gifted person. Yeah. So that definitely passes.
For the narrative, I'm gonna just say Alsus just shook that room ran off. That's why none of my rolls are hitting. That's it. Nothing what I do isn't working.
To say that Alsus is tilted would be an understatement. Right now, that seems pretty terrible. I will say what that would have done, it would have moved the teleportation. And if it would have went off away from the rest of the group, he would have been the only one teleporting. So it was a very, very massively huge, big, super duper roll.
I'm gonna use some movement and get closer because what the fuck else am I gonna do?
Sure, you got it. Would you like to move within? Would you like to move within range of the teleportation?
Within range.
Would you like to go in? You wouldn't want to go into the circle?
Wait, who's in the circle? Besides
all the bad guys and Dick Blood currently.
All right, cool. Yes.
You will?
Yes.
charging in like Captain America, shield almost as big as her. Alsace just with little stumpy feet runs into the fray.
Finally making movement.
This is a good time to mention. Dick and Reinhardt will go at the same time. Then James will go. And after them, Volcrus will go, and the teleportation will go off at that point. So between Dick, Reinhardt, and James, you gotta do something to alter this. So first up, Dick and Reinhardt at the same damn time. Dick, you have been released from your prison of a headlock. You're released from this Randy Orton match. And you are currently here understanding that this teleportation is about to go off. Alsace is running directly toward it as the desire to end this knows no boundary. So Dick and Reinhardt, as you survey the situation, what is the thought? What are you doing?
Can I reach him?
Yes.
All right. If I run at him and tackle him with a running start, can I move him?
Ooh. Yes. Yes, you can.
I'm going to try that. Just full force barrel at him through all the rubble and stuff, and then just as far as I can.
Dick, would you like to help him with this? Would you want that to be your action? Help him like tackle Volcrus to the ground, or because I see you over there, not a little bit lost on what to do here. This is gonna be like the Hardy Boys poetry in motion. Dick's gonna get on his back, give him a boost, and Reinhardt's just gonna like jump full 10 feet, all that weight, maybe wrap himself in some elements on the way there. Using his sorcerer ability. And I need you to give me an athletic check with advantage. Reinhardt needs to give me that.
Okay.
Okay. Catherine has been playing defense this whole time, trying to stop. But even he cannot stop the bouldering person coming seemingly out of nowhere, jumping off of Dick Blood's back, cannonballing and like tackling into Volcrus. Catherine tries to get in between it, and you knock them both away. Right? As you get knocked like several feet back, currently in the midst of the teleportation device, it is Reinhardt, Catherine, and Volcrus who would currently be teleported at this point. I love this device. It's the greatest. Dick, I will ask if you want to do anything at this point, just to see what you cooking.
Okay, so Valkyris is sort of like he got hit, right?
He got hit, knocked back. Him and Catherine like bowling pins got knocked back by Reinhardt, the human cannonball. The light from under them that kind of centers around the device that teleports them away is now currently hovering under Reinhardt, Volcrus, and Catherine. As if this device was to go off right now, those three people would be the ones to get teleported away.
So Reinhardt is gonna get teleported as well.
He will be. If nothing happens, he will be. Yeah.
Fuck. And the one that's working on the machine would be Volcrus, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Fuck.
Love that.
I kind of want to go for
do whatever your heart tells you want to do. Do it. Live your life.
I'm going to.
I believe in you.
I'm gonna cast command. But
wait, hold up. Foul. I forgot. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what we got here.
My wisdom sucks though. That doesn't matter. I don't need that, right?
He does have command. If you would like to cast command on Volcris,
Yeah.
you absolutely can.
Yeah.
At this point, keep in mind that if he fails, you have a one-word direction.
One word direction.
You can give him one word to do something. Is that what you'd like to do?
It.
If
And
that's the case, I need somebody to roll me a save for Volcris. An even bigger roll
I'll
than the
roll
last
it.
one.
Since this will decide my fate, I'll roll it.
That's actually a pretty good point.
Side question, Dick. How long have you had command?
as soon as we leveled up.
Yeah, he's a spellcaster now. He's a paladin.
Okay, because I was like, was that my brain not working? When I heard him say command, I was like, wait, but he can't. What?
I knew his spellcaster. I didn't know he took command, which is fun. Sadly, he does pass the save because your wisdom save is only 14. So that will be what you do. You guys have taken your actions here. James, you know magic. You know this thing is about to go off. You're the only thing in between it and going off. What do you do?
The answer to your question, if placed in this situation, James wants to stand on the box. So this is what I'm going to do. Vorkris, former Draconian Knight. How could you betray the world like this? I'm walking forward. When I get about 20 feet, I'm going to cast my last Vortex Warp on Catherine, specifically away from the teleportation circle.
Okay.
How could you betray the world like this? You are strong as any Dragonborn fighter I've ever seen. And you can't fathom the thought of breaking those mental shackles. I want you to fight.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check with advantage. As this is an angle you've been working since the beginning of us being in Zadash.
Flash of Genius on the 11.
Making it a
16.
Okay. Give me a D20 roll.
You know,
Okay.
before we continue,
No,
okay,
that's a good thing. That's a good roll.
Oh,
That's a good roll. Give me another one. One.
I was about to be like, that's the third time in a row that I've seen somebody's DC get matched on just on the first go around. That's insane. Okay, calm down about that. Just roll the die. It's a 5. 5 has been loving me tonight.
Okay. 5 is okay. And the last thing I need you to do is one more D20 roll. This will be the Vortex Warp roll. You know what? Actually, don't roll it. Don't roll it because it's gonna go through. Because this is how this plays out. You call out to Vorkris, citing the name of the Draconian Knights. pleading with him to remember himself. You feel the struggle. You feel the inner chaos that you felt every time you've spoken it, every time you've told him to remember himself, and what that's meant. All the layers of deceit and magic and just like the confusion of it all. Momentarily tries to understand, tries to get through. And as it seems that he's about to figure it out, and you hear the grunting, and he's kind of just looking at the device with both kind of intent and like hatred. He calms himself, and it looks as if your intent to reach out has failed. However, from the corner, using the broken spear from before, Calthrin thrusts the spear through Vorkris's hand, dislodging the teleportation device, making it fly to a place where no one is in range. As your vortex warp hits him, sends him 90 feet, and he willingly accepts it. Other side. The bleeding hand of Vorkris, empty. The teleportation device going off with nobody there. You wanted to send Calthrin far from this teleportation device. Would you have sent them away from everyone?
I guess. Okay. So I guess this was on a map, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the teleportation is going west.
Yeah.
Teleport him east.
Copy. You got it. With that, at the end of your action, the teleportation device is over. It is no longer going off. It has went off, and whatever miscellaneous objects were within the circle have been teleported. Rocks, or rocks have been teleported. And the battlefield is as it is. You have successfully stopped them by reaching out to the person not intended, but in a way, a person that has been calling out to you all throughout this entirety. When you look over to see Calthrin in this moment, he himself is looking to run off, and he is not looking back at the people there. With that said, the rest of the initiative plays out. Immediately after that, Navi. You saw it all play out. Teleportation is no longer a threat. Krull is on his last legs. Calthrin has abandoned the group. And Volkris was unable to break the tie long enough to regain control of himself. He stands there with a hole in his hand, bleeding out from a broken spear from an ally of sorts. How do you make sense of this mess?
I would survey my immediate surroundings as I'm walking towards Kroll. Who's around me?
Everyone. All of your allies are here. Volkris is there. The only person that has been removed from the scenario is Calthrin, as he was teleported a pretty fair distance away. It's a 90. Well, was it like it was just 90, right? Because you did the fault. Yeah, 90 feet is still a pretty big like field of vision. So.
All right, so Crawl is there.
Volcris is there.
Volcris is there, and Calthrin is the one running, correct?
He is leaving. Yeah, he's currently just he didn't fight the vortex warp and just used it as momentum to go after he did what he did. By the way, those d20s you were rolling were insight checks to see if that you could reach them. Those were the d20 rolls you were running, and if they got an insight check that was higher than your persuasion, it means they understood what you were saying. One did, and one absolutely did not. No.
I am going to line myself up where it's Volcris and Kroll in a line, and nobody past them.
Okay.
And I'm going to lightning bolt at 4th level.
Give me damage. They will fail. Give me damage.
30.
As the lightning surges through Volcris's body, kind of like almost like homing in on the hole in his hand, so it surges within him in that wound. You see him fall to his knee, injured but not down. Krull is not so lucky. As it ricochets off of Volcris and hits Krull, this fried turtle falls right back on his back, balancing and lifeless. And with that, we will exit our narrative interlude. As you guys have successfully stopped all of this for the most part. Not 100% clean, but best case scenario, I think, considering this. Well, not best case scenario, a couple fails, but pretty good. We didn't get the bad end here. Okay, I'm just gonna say that we didn't get the all your friends die, maybe some of you die, and they get escape with everything. You didn't get that. All right, we didn't get something that was on the table if you just rolled consecutive nat ones for the whole game. But like, yeah. And with that, let's take a quick break. I need water. We're out of that. I hope it's a satisfying way to clean that up. That was. I'm over here just like I feel like I'm doing like a play by post over here by myself, and I'm just like, all right, how do I make sense of this? I'm just taking a series of prompts and how do I just piece them together? But yeah, that's what we'll do, and we'll kind of finish it off as I know we got to go at 9. So just want to take a quick bathroom, get some water because I just talked a whole fucking bunch. And yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back to whatever's left of this episode of War Games. Right? Yeah. All right. So, if you missed everything up until this point, I kind of feel bad for you because it was really fun. But combat, and I'll put that in quotes, has broken. um, our party is victorious here in the Trial Forge, making a stand in front of the Draconian Knights, the Warforged, and Krull, with the help of the gang at the Trial Forge. Everybody, all hands on deck. We've lost some people, but nobody with a name has been lost, which is we can take solace in that, right? At least the people you care about are alive.
Don't talk about NPC number 4 like that.
Number 8 is no longer with us. God rest his soul. But as we come back down, the dust settles. The tired, I will say, everybody roll me a d20. Awesome. Cool. Whatever you rolled is now your current hit points. So, as we will represent the damage and struggle of that battle through that. So, James rolled 3.
Time to
3
get mad, Galloway.
Yeah, everything is okay. Everything is fine. Vontae, don't give me that look. You should have rolled better. You should have rolled better. Sorry, can't hear you. You're muted. Can't hear you. I don't know. Yes, you do agree with me. I know you agree with me. All right. This is the right way to do things. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. So as the dust settles, exhaustion, wounds, and all of the struggle conveyed in that D20 roll that I just made you roll right now, shows that the party is on their last legs. That's how you do it. Krull is dead, fried by the lightning bolt, completely lifeless, gone. Volcris is on one, like dramatically on one knee, looking at the ground, trying to fight off unconsciousness as you are all surrounding them. Mordai is into the wind. Catherine is into the wind. Grun is into the wind. 3 major names, 2 of which still hold vestiges, are MIA at the moment. The first thing that happens once the lightning bolt hits, Krull hits the ground, his body begins to dissolve, turning into ether and disappearing completely, kind of almost floating away. Somebody want to give me an Arcana check?
$28.
God damn. Of course, the roll now, huh? Of course now.
Okay. You saw this with the toads when you killed them. This is a signal that Krull is from the Hell Plane. That's where he resides. That's what the natural 20 gets you. He is from where the toads are from. Just straight up. You know it. It's no doubt in your mind that that's what you get. You kill the Hell Turtle.
Hey! I'm putting in my notes. Killed Hell Turtle.
And his ether is returning to that Hell Plane. So there's that. And I will give the floor to you as that body is completely gone, and it's you standing in the middle of the fucked up Trial Forge with a bunch of Warforged skeletons completely destroyed beyond repair. Your friends also hobbling, feeling the pain of war. The champions of the Trial Forge still manage to stand tall, though look very concerned and not being able to spot their leader. I give the ground to you. This is role play time, baby. What are we feeling?
I am going to loot all of the bodies, friend and foe.
Dang. Oh God.
I'm going to go up to Vanessa and say that sorry.
I am here
no-
to get paid, and that is what I will do.
Roll me a D100. And you're gonna go up to Vanessa and what?
And just like, well, I just say that I'm sorry for what happened. I didn't expect that outcome.
Well, it's like totally not what I thought would have happened today. It's like her hair's just down, armor like cheeked up everywhere, just fucking dents. The pristine armor that she came out with just gone. Like she's using that sword that's as big as her body to hold her up as a walking stick as she's doing it. And like you could tell she doesn't even have the energy to argue back with you very much, and that she's trying to gather herself. But you feel the weight of responsibility that immediately washes over her. Because if Groon isn't here, she's the next in line to be in charge. So it's going to be on her to gather the troops and figure this out. As you've seen her, she is his assistant. She is the one that's like the second hand here. So her mind kind of goes from being angry at the situation that she is very well aware you brought to her, and also understanding that being mad is not as important as rebuilding.
Same, just so on.
So she will not give you a favorable or friendly look as she walks away from the conversation.
Mm.
I expected nothing less, to be honest.
So, James coughs up some blood.
3 hit points.
Where to?
I guess we going after. First thing we need to do is make sure we're not dying. Because I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I am tired.
If you were going to say go after somebody, and I was going to say go after some rest, because you got to be lying, or dying if you think I'm going out there again.
Look, so like everything around us is rubble.
It's not completely destroyed, but you see like cratered sections of the building and the cathedral just fucked up. The courtyard is just this mix of like marble and like really fucked up grass that's been picked up from the ground, laid with all these mechanical bodies and some of these miscellaneous Trial Forge monks who are also laying, who've given their life for the cause, and to defend their home. So it is a gargantuan mess here, to say the least. And your idea of rest is totally understandable. But the champions who have pulled themselves up are not resting. They are helping. They're doing what they can around with their pretty much on single digit HP, just like you are. Roy just lumped up completely, kind of like tears off, like bites off his boxing gloves a little bit to reveal like he has like a broken hands as he's been punching like solid like adamantine this whole time. just completely fucked up through it. Steadfast kind of the same way, not looking as bad as everybody else, as he's usually pretty well taken care of. In that sense, Vanessa's definitely more mentally exhausted than physically, but it's a mix of both for sure. Silrock is kind of surveying very vacant, stoic kind of look to him as he's surveying the field. But you could tell these guys are just their home just got invaded by a bunch of people that they didn't expect to come in. They got caught off guard by a bunch of stuff. It's not a good time here. Vorkris is still there.
I want to kick him in the chest.
You can absolutely kick him in the chest if you want to.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I want to rip him like, you see all this you caused? Actually, no. Do I want to be that mean? No, wait. I changed my mind.
How much hit points you got?
That's why I said.
Like, bro.
Do you have can I be mean hit points?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, hold up. No. I'm good. I'm just going to plop down for a second. Chill with Mousky like, my dude. What the heck? And then I'm just gonna lay down for a second. I'm just gonna lay down on the
You
ground.
can see Moscow's just there like yelling at you, like look what you got us into. Look what you did. We almost died. It was for real this time. He's like tugging on your shirt. He's like, don't do this to me again. I can't take this shit no more.
No, oh, I am.
He sees you lay down, like tries to grab your hand. like for like camaraderie, but then he just throws your hand away. He's just like, I can't take this no more, just pounding on you. Just real dramatic and all.
I got a couple things that I want to do.
Sure.
First is you're gonna see Navi just go over to the corner, like he's gonna see like a almost falling pillar, and just like lean up against it and slump down. And he's gonna think really hard and just hope that the words that he's speaking make it through as he casts sending. And I'll be sending is going to go to Cassandra.
Okay. You have a word limit here.
Cassandra, it's Navi. Mordai in the wind. He's hurt. No mace on him. Cleanup starts today. Major battle in Zadash.
4 words left.
Keep eyes on rogues. And hopefully she understands I mean the rogue sect of
After a moment, you get a response back. Mordai hurt with no mace. I've reached home. KFD and I will clean up. I hope you sleep well tonight.
And then I don't know if let me see. Never mind. I thought it was a little longer reach. I was going to do locate object.
It's 1,000 feet.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look towards Volkris and ask.
Oh, by the way, Reinhardt, you find 67 gold pieces in the midst of it.
So I'm gonna look at Volkris and say, I think it's time for you to talk. Where's home at? And as I cast detect thoughts.
Okay. Cast detect thoughts and say, "Where is home at?" The strained look on Volcris's face as you're staring at this. My internet connection went a little dead there. All right. As you stare, as you stare at his face, you realize after Krull dissolved and he like looks up at you, he is full Dragonborn. And when you say, "Where is home?" when you cast detect thoughts, you still get nothing straight. His mind is jumbled. Despite that, he's still not thinking for himself. Something has ended for sure. Krull was a layer of the manipulation, but he wasn't the only one. And whatever is still on him still runs pretty deep. So as he's trying to gather himself, center himself up for the "Where's home," you get several places that blink up momentarily. Um, you get a picture of a kind of a very humble Dragonborn centric village, with people of little means walking around, a sense of community. You see that as home, but also flashing is hell. Hell is home. And the third thing that flashes for home is Rexendrum.
Where again?
Rexendrum. He gives no context. He gives no words out loud. But those are the three things that flash when you say, "Where is home?"
So I'll relay what I saw to the rest of the group. I'm not going to dive deeper because I don't think his mind's already broken. So if I dive deeper, it might even break it even more, and we'll get absolutely nothing out of him.
You have an inclination that it would be rather dangerous to deep dive into this mind. Like you might hurt yourself on the way in there, because you don't know what traps or like arcane kind of defenses have been put on to keep these secrets. These are momentary blinks um with no way to get like any context to the screenshot. Basically, you don't know what he means when he says Rex and Trim is home. You don't know what he means when he has all these things. Because there's no like, it's not like you're scrying on his mind. Like you're not getting a scry on his mind like you would for like a regular person. Like if you would like just see like a scene maybe play out in a thought, or like them have words that are clearly put. There's a picture in a moment that goes away in a second. And then it would be the equivalent of arcane static afterwards.
Yep. Where Kroll is at, was there any gear left?
Everything on him left with him.
So I'm just gonna look around and I'm just gonna see how I can help out.
Anybody else have anything specifically they would like to do here?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand close to Vorkis, just in case. And while I'm over there, I'm just gonna apologize for the tackle awkwardly. Place a reassuring, like, yeah, you're good.
If you're standing over him, Reinhardt, give me an insight check.
19.
He's fighting himself right now. Part of him wants to get up and do something, and part of him is staying put. he's kind of like almost statuesque, but because you're close to him, you can see like his body vibrating.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand ready for anything. Can I ready an
got it.
action actually?
I mean, we're out of combat, so yeah, you can ready whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready just like I'm gonna ready to grapple in case he does anything.
You got it. No problem. Anybody else want to do something?
I want to put a hand on. I want to like double back on what I already just said, like the whole. I want to go find some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Put a hand on his shoulder and say, "Do what you can. Keep fighting the good fight, and we'll be here on the other side." As I'm going to walk past him and begin using my artificer knowledge to help rebuild as much as I can within this moment.
Okay. Anybody else have anything specifically you want to do before I just go, hey, you guys help out a little bit?
Uh, y-
That's what
y-
I want to do. I want to help.
yeah,
Like
me
the-
too. I wanna clean up. I wanna try to talk to any like nearby except Moscow though. I wanna talk to like any raccoons,
Oh,
squirrels
okay. Sure, yeah.
to see if they could help out cleaning.
Yeah, no
I was gonna
problem.
say, let's get
There are
it
definitely
together.
definitely some squirrels around here. You want to talk to some squirrels?
Yeah, I wanna tell them like, yo, you're part of the church too. Let's clean up.
All right. You look at the squirrel, right? And it's like the same squirrel from the forest in Odeslo that you spoke to, and he's made his way all the way down here. He's like, "You are correct. We have recently joined the church, and we shall help rebuild it with everything we can." And you have like four of them standing on top of each other, like robot style, as they're like trying to like pick up just one little piece of rock, and it's really hard.
They combine
Um,
together to form one big squirrel.
Yeah. They're like four squirrels without a trench coat, but then they're trying to like lift one rock, and that's a little bit too much for them. And he's like, "You should get started helping out, you lazy fuck, for the
nice.
Storm Lord, for the Storm Lord." You see them parade out. One of them just like literally just dressed like Thor. Like,
Oh.
he's the base.
And
That's what I company.
and yeah, and then Dick is just gonna have a broom and just start sweeping up. Use his strength to pick up any nearby rubble.
Yeah, you got it. Like it's like this really sad moment of recognition as like Dick grabs a broom, he begins to sweep, and like you feel a hand on the broom, and you look up, and it's Mop Guy, and he goes, he just gives you that nod, and he goes, "I'll do this." And you just see him. There's like this sad moment, him in the middle of the courtyard where everybody's surrounding him, just sweeping up, like sad music playing in the back as he's like sweeping up his home. Traded in his mop, which he has currently like affixed to his back with this broom, and it's super sad. There's a saxophone playing for sure. As you guys can absolutely get started helping or using the rest of your I would say you could use the rest of your day to kind of help them rebuild what they can in the rest of the day, as it's the only way they would allow you to stay for the night. So
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, as we're helping throughout the day, I'm gonna ask if there's any incense around that I can have.
you see Rupert as he comes out of the cathedral. You can tell he's been hiding the whole time, and he's just like, oh, would you like some incense? And he like has like a whole fucking fat stack of them. Like he's like, what do you need? What do you need them for?
I'm hoping these could help me build a bond.
Oh, the bonds. We need all the bonds we can get. And you can see him like sheltering off people to the cathedral. He's like, we must. We must sit and think about this and understand how we have claimed glory in the name of the Stormlord. For all who has survived and everybody who did not make it, we shall give them a hero's burial, one that shall be celebrated for ages to come. Come, we must fix this up. It's like all these injured, like people with like broken arms and stuff. They're like getting like a huge burial ceremony, ready to go.
Yeah, so I'll probably just be like using mending to help mend anything that I can.
Oh yeah, every minute is a mend, and you're like sweating from all the cantrip use.
I'll probably help Reinhardt out to get Volkris into like the jail cell after I mended the gates and stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna offer him a glass of water.
Yeah, just leave him down.
You know,
there.
you're like, yeah, like I'll just put it in front of him.
He like takes the glass of water, and like he drinks the glass of water as compared to what he was before, he definitely is more in control of himself. Or else he would have done something stupid. Okay, yeah, I don't know if you said something. I didn't hear you, but yeah, you guys, you can take him to the jail cell, and he will not fight you on the way there.
I'm just gonna take care of him from then on. Like, hey, you need me to get you anything else? Like,
Still not really saying anything. Very much like a cat got your tongue type of moment, where like there's an intent to talk, but he's not talking.
I'm gonna ask him questions for like to see if he shakes his head or nods.
Okay, so you're gonna switch to like yes or no questions, so that it could be like very simple communication. All right. What are you gonna ask him?
Do you want food?
Nods no.
Well, I'll be here if anything. You know, just I don't know, knock on the wall or something since you can't really talk. See you later.
Fair enough.
Good night. Night.
You guys use the rest of your day, evening, and whatever energy you have left to help out with the reconstruction. At least get it to a point where they can sleep for the night. Like get it to a point where it's manageable and they can get started on the real work after some rest. To get their home back.
Is the kitchen okay, or like somewhere I want to make them some chicken noodle soup.
Sure, it should be fine. Yeah, soup kitchen on go. All right, you've cooked for villains. You should cook for the heroes too.
Yeah.
So that's happened. I don't think I forgot about that one. So you can be in the kitchen. It's definitely not undamaged. So like the quality of what you can do in here is a bit compromised. But you also chose something extremely simple to make. So it's not like it's gonna take much. It's not gonna require a roll to make chicken noodle soup. Like, even in a kitchen that's slightly fucked up, you can figure it out. I mean, we saw Leviticus cook in the kitchen with like nothing and make something at least edible. That's the only thing he made. So you could absolutely do that as your days. The montage of scenes will go through, as everyone is. As everyone helps, unless there's anything specific, we will cut to the night. And
as like we're winding down to like finishing up cleaning, and then before I guess people go away for the rest, I want to, in between that time, mostly after the cleanup, I want to go in the sand pit where Goon always goes to meditate, and I want to sit there and just meditate. It's just like how I was trying to reach out there for some sort of sign.
Amazing. When you get to the sand pit, Vanessa is currently meditating in the sand pit. As you take the hop down to the middle of the sand pit, you look at Vanessa's demeanor. She is holding the same stance that Groon would hold. You could tell she's been groomed for this position to eventually take it over. But maybe not completely ready for it at the moment, so she's a bit out of her depth still. Her hair down, like looking like Zahir in jail, in a way. Like all the properness that was in like Vanessa's like very put together look is gone. She looks disheveled in every way. She still hasn't taken off her armor yet. This is hours later. And she is sitting there with that same, and the look on her face, despite her being in a meditative pose, is one of complete frustration. As you can take into consideration, this whole situation, not having Groon, the leader that they trust, the implied trust that he has and respect, they'll follow him to their graves if they have to. You know that's how they feel about him. Being without him is a blow that cannot be quantified. And she is falling under the pressure of what to do next without his guidance. You're in the sandpit. What do you want to do?
I guess I'm just gonna spitball. Let me know if I cut off or something isn't clear because of audio.
Yeah, no problem.
I know you probably will never ever forgive me, but I also know that we all trust in Groom. That what he's doing is right, even right now, as he is most likely fighting the vestige that is most likely trying to take over his mind. You can be angry with me, and I'll totally understand that. The situation is unfair, and I know that I put a lot of people in danger. We could have lost a lot more people. I can't ask you to trust in me. I know that Rune trusts in my decision to going to a place that I feel like was the most safe and could best handle a situation. There was never going to be the correct answer or the correct decision. The only thing we can do is just pick up all the bullshit that is around us. Don't even like think about what Groom would do. Just remember why you're the second in command. He trusted you for a reason, and he trusts you to make the best decision for everyone around you, including yourself. So don't put yourself in his shoes. This is your time to step up because he really, truly believes in you. And again, I know that you probably would never forgive me, and I will always carry that with me for the destruction and loss that was brought here. I feel a burden that I can't even really classify as a burden. I felt like I betrayed everyone, but however you feel, I'm sorry. I feel like I did the best that I could in a split second situation where things could have just gone horribly wrong wherever I was at. So I'm gonna just sit here and meditate. You can just not talk to me. You can not even pay attention to anything I just said and continue to just wind down. And yeah, so I'm just gonna meditate.
As you're sitting there, you do hear her voice pop up, and it says, she says, I just want a sign. Groon talks all the time that when he gets here, he gets signs. I just want to know he's okay. I want to know what to do next. If I'm truly meant to lead, then will Cord grant me his visions? Or am I unworthy? I've been sitting here for hours and nothing.
I think you need to let go of the idea if you are unworthy because I feel like you've been worthy for a long time. Because the way you, if only you could see how I look at you. You are like stunning silver or even platinum, fucking effortlessly just soar in the air, slicing down your opponents. If only you could see your own greatness. But that's life.
While you shower her with compliments, she will cut you off with a deafening shout. What do you know of worthiness? As it booms and echoes through the entire chamber here. What do you know of burden?
I carry a vestige with me. So I carry a burden every day. And there are times where I feel like that my God does not hear me. But I have to trust that I'm still doing the right thing. And if I worry too much about getting their approval, then I will be in the way of my own greatness. And eventually they will say something. We just need to slow down and wait for them to say something to us. Sometimes you just have to wait. My own shield has changed a few times without me knowing until I just stare at it. Our burdens may be different, but it's still a burden that we carry. It's just how we choose what to do with it. Are we gonna let it keep us down? Or are we gonna stand up and say, fuck no, you're not keeping me down?
The Platinum Dragon looks down on you considerably favorably. But there's a reason you were given a shield. You like to wait. You can be the shield of this world, but the Stormlord's followers will be the sword. We have to take action. Leave.
Get up and leave.
And she goes back to that very frustrated meditating position as you leave the chamber, as she's still very much trying to make sense of all of this. No insight check needed. She is very much debating on what she wants to tell everybody to do now, because she has half a mind to hunt those people down herself.
Oh god, she's blinded by the rage.
But the Trial Forge was made so that the followers of the Stormlord don't have to worry about the outside world. They can just live and kind of come into their own on their own time, which is what makes this so devastating. They were minding their business and the world came knocking anyway.
I gotta go apologize to Silrook too. I hope he doesn't hate me. No, that's a lie. He probably hates me too. If I could find him anywhere. If not, then I'll just shout into the void.
You hear Vanessa's voice from before. Silrox only gets found when he wants to, and you look around and Silrox is not around.
Yeah.
As that's happening. I think everybody will have earned themselves a rest at this point.
I got something that I wanted to do before I rest.
Go for it. Yeah.
So, as Navi walks through the hallways, the tattered hallways, the openings, he tries to find not a specific spot, but probably the most enlightening spot that he can find that would help him meditate as well.
Okay, yeah. There are plenty of meditation fodder spots here. Big on meditating in this place.
So what Navi's going to do is going to take the incense that he's gathered throughout the day, and he'll set them up in a circle. He'll sit directly in the middle, cross legs, and he'll just start talking. Just talking as if he's trying to have a conversation with somebody who's not there.
Okay.
And then just pretty much say, with all these vestiges in the wind, just where would a vestige that can help my party be? And with that, I'll be casting divination.
Ooh. We have reached a different type of gameplay. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You ask a single question, specific goal or event. For the truthful reply, the reply must be short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Yes. And your question was, where would a vestige that can help us be?
I just want to let you know I still want to meditate.
Yeah, no, this is cool. It's cool.
Thanks, because I just got kicked out.
This is a hard one to illustrate, but how do you have your incense kind of laid out? Like, what were we talking about here?
For me, I would imagine Navi would have them as if it's like a circle. So and then within that circle would be so it says that I have the incense and a sacrificial offering.
Yeah.
So I would take a the tip of the spear and I would nick my finger and I would drop blood next to each of the incense. And then with that, I would be directly in the middle, and that's how I would set it up so that one would be facing north, one faces west, one faces east, and one facing south, and then northeast, northwest, and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get it at like using the northern star if I could, and pointing the north inset directly that way.
Okay. You drop the blood and divination goes off. There's a eerie silence that comes over where you're at. Almost like peaceful, but like kind of off in a sense, like something's about to happen that you're not entirely sure. Very suspenseful, I should say. The circle begins to light, completing the outline of the candles and incense that you have placed, the blood kind of creating a whole other surface. Light so bright that it kind of engulfs all the items. You no longer see them in the middle of it. As you focus on this, hands fly up from the incense and grab your face. Not too far after it, you see the visage of the champion that has visited you in your dreams. His eyes black and then shot up like the siren lights that you saw on the boat in one of your dreams. As he crashes your head into his, you're gifted a vision. A vestige that can help you is closer than you think. As you are shown the Hall of Erudition.
All right.
Okay. Who's next?
I guess that ties in perfectly with what I wanted to do.
Which is?
Take a seat somewhere, rest my bleeding bones, and call Ormond Haas.
What do you say?
Let's see. A status report. How's it going? Do any of the assembly know that a vestige is on the loose?
Yeah. I mean, you could speak in complete sentences and all that. Like, this is just straight
Yeah,
up.
that just stream of consciousness. Like,
Yeah.
are we
Just
good?
like just the stuff that you're talking to him, copy. He's gonna respond. He's like, I'm currently in Vexentrum. I'm tired of playing the side. The city's in shambles. They healed me up pretty good. I have an audience with the king tomorrow.
I hope he takes you seriously.
If he chooses not to, he'll regret it.
I mean, it's kind of half the reason I ended up here, right? We had our own little meeting with him. That didn't really get us anywhere. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get all of this. He doesn't understand. He thinks that this is a trivial matter that could be solved like, and it can't be.
Yeah. He says that. But 3 cities lie in shambles now in the Empire. How many more can go down before incompetence is claimed?
What was the name of the battlefield with the toads?
Odeslo.
Oh, Deslo didn't matter. Hopperduke didn't matter. And now the Trowforge doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter at this point, not saying that you could follow what I'm saying. I suggest we just start burning shit and we start blowing shit up until somebody
He cuts the
takes
feed
notice.
right there. He cuts the feed as you start talking that nonsense.
Yeah.
he ain't that brave to be that bold, to be explicit. But that'll cut off your conversation at that point.
Guess he knows what I'm doing next.
He is fully aware.
I'm about as tired of this as young Vanessa. I ain't gonna cap.
I think at the end of this battle you have a lot of frustrated people. Like, you have a lot of like deserved frustration.
I heard that. What do you know of worthiness? Oh shit. Hey.
Yeah. So at the very least, you know that Ormond Haas is on the same page, and if they're not going to listen to you guys, if he's truly considered one of the members of the Cerberus Assembly, his words have to hold weight.
We can only hope.
Anybody else doing something tonight? I know Alsis wants to meditate, but I'm kind of just going to swing back around to her at the end. Anybody else? Deez, Dick, Reinhardt, anybody doing anything?
I'm just cooking, and I want to cook and serve like food to people, and I know they're upset with us. I'm trying to build goodwill.
Oh yeah, they're more hungry than they are upset with you. Trust me.
Okay, so I'm trying to build goodwill, like me and Mowski's handing out, like
I will remind you because I haven't brought it up in a while. It is winter. I said this for a while, but it is winter. So they cold. Soup sounds good. All these breezes going into the buildings now is gonna be super cold. You kidding me? People sleeping in coats. He got them just sleeping in the Trowforge bubble. The merm. Anybody else? Dick, you got something you want to do here? Reinhardt, you got something you want to do here?
I'm just gonna try playing rock paper scissors with Vorkax or whatever his name was.
Yeah, he's. I mean, that's kind of fucked up. He ain't in it. You're kind of just taunting him, but he's accepting it. I think at this point he's kind of like laid down in the bed in the jail cell. He's kind of looking up. He's still not saying a single word. Very give me an insight check. See if you give me an insight check on that. Having Reinhardt roll insight check seems to be the new meta. Let's do that.
No, it ain't. It's a natural one.
Natural one. You know, the way he's sitting in that, the way he's sitting in that cell, right? You think he might be trying to get out? You think he's planning something really, really shifty? He's trying to get the better of you. He thinks that you are not smart enough to figure out his plan. He's looking down on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take personal offense and just, you know what? Never mind, man. You know, I'll just be over here. I'm gonna keep a side eye on him every now and then.
You raggedy bitch.
Some schmuck think he's too better for rock paper scissors.
Yeah, absolutely. Dick, what are you trying to do here?
He's gonna find like a kilt, like something to keep warm, and he's gonna sit like in a. Is there like a fireplace or?
Oh yeah, definitely fireplaces going on around. Fires being, I wouldn't say fireplace, considering this like a very like a structure, closed structure, but there are like fires and extra heat sources around that people are like torches are up. Like people are, as I said, it's cold because there's like breach in a lot of the structural integrity here. So you got people just around torches, just like trying to stay warm and shit for the night, sleeping around like bonfires and shit. Like you got like some of the low level mages like creating bonfires and things like that.
So he's gonna sit like by the fire, and then he's gonna look up, like if he could find like a Cord magazine.
Oh, Cord
Like
Illustrated. Sure.
Yeah, Cord.
Cord Illustrated.
Yeah, Cord
Yeah.
Illustrated. Duh.
And if he, it's
see-
been a
you-
while. Yeah.
You see like an old article, like an old issue of Cord Illustrated, and it's a picture of like a really sexy looking Steadfast on top of it. Just is getting this thing just muscles on top of them. All you see like the heat photoshopped. You don't know how. And it has like has like the tag like champion of champions, real hot, and there's like all that kind of things in the caption.
Yeah, he's gonna keep reading, and during all this time, he's gonna get like a hot cocoa. He's gonna be drinking hot cocoa.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then he's just gonna just sit there, just feel.
Shit.
As you're like looking through the reading through it, right? Who was Dick's favorite wrestler growing up?
His favorite wrestler. I guess El Bujo.
El Brujo?
Yeah.
Not the person from your backstory, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this is old enough that there's an article on them in here. Like it's not this, and it's not about them in the present, but more of a remembrance. As Court Illustrated, of course, just goes over all the competitions around the empire, and lets us know about the greatness on the many battlefields that we do, including the journalism one. So, you see an article about El Brujo on just this like full page spread, the greatest who ever lived, missing, come back to us. As you are once again reminded, like hit with a wave of your past that has kind of been on the back foot for a while, but now that you're back in Zadash, back in your home once again, it feels like the second you come home, you can't escape what you really want to be doing right now. And yeah, you will I'll say put that in your inventory. We'll carry that magazine with you around, and we'll see how much juice we could get out of it
Okay.
as you kind of like skim through and read for the night. I mean, like you can in your inventory you have something called other possessions, and like under that you could just put manually that it is like magazine, court illustrated magazine, issue
Okay.
number
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. All right.
What do
So
you
if,
think?
if you're if you're gonna sit down around the bonfire, it's a pretty peaceful bonfire. Everybody's kind of keeping themselves. Some are a little shell shocked. Others are kind of angry. Others are just like relieved that it's over. And you could have yourself a pretty quiet night, just surrounded by fellow Cord worshippers. Kind of just you guys went through a war together, and this is the gathering afterwards. um, Alsis, you say you're still trying to meditate, right?
Yeah, to see if I get anything. If not, maybe something in my dreams, one or the other, or both. But
Mhm.
whatever serves the story, I guess.
Yeah. Um, what specifically are you thinking about here? Like, just more so than like just be a bit more specific on like what you're trying to figure out here.
Any sign of where and or how Groon is doing? Next steps from Cord and I guess Bahamut, but primarily next steps from Cord. But it's also I don't know. Cause like I really meant what I said. Like I basically pulled a Kamina where it was like Groon um was the Kamina. I was like, I believe in the me that believes in you. That's basically what I said to Vanessa, but I feel like you got that.
Copy. Yeah.
And like I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah. Of course. Give me a religion check with advantage. How about that?
Yes.
Let's see what we got. Okay. Ooh,
21.
that's a spicy one. Okay. 21. 21. Um, you leave the sandbox and find another spot for your meditation, trying to make some sense of where Grun might be. Um, as you close your eyes and relax, getting into form pretty fast, understanding it, you are given this like black background, like just this whole like looks like a void of nothing, and in the middle of it, it is a panicked Grun running with the mace in his hand, just like that slow dramatic run. That's like a dream run. As you see this old man kind of running panicked, all his mannerisms are off. He doesn't seem like himself at all, just running and running uncontrollably, running to the point that like you get the idea that he hasn't stopped running since you've seen him. Feet seems like they should be wavering, but they're not. Um, he begins to leave your sight, kind of running out of your view. Um, but there is something propelling you from behind. It's something speeding you up to keep up with where he is. Uh, how do I make this as confusing as possible?
Ha. Welcome to the writer's room.
Yeah. Welcome to Lost. All right. Uh, as you look back at the force propelling you, you see Catherine. Not with a half face, but a full blue dragonborn propelling, keeping you on that map, on that road. And all of a sudden, the black that is surrounding um, Grun begins to lighten, and the terrain begins to look whole. He's running to Rexentrum. And even though his feet want to give out, he's not able to stop. And he keeps going and going. And as you look to your side to see Catherine kind of pushing you in the back, a very different demeanor and look from him, all of the viciousness kind of gone away for this look of desire and intent and relative clarity. You feel yourself come on right behind Grun, and as your hand reaches out to touch him, the vision fades, and you find that your hand had reached just a little bit in front of yourself as you sit there meditating. And as you get yourself and gather what that might mean, we're going to end the session there. We're going to just leave it right there. Seems like the most natural stopping point. So, very happy with how this went. Very happy that we were able to salvage this a little bit and make it into something more than the disaster that it would have started out as. I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody was having a good time. I hope the moments were worth it, and I really appreciate your time. And we'll be back when we can be back. Of course, it's bumpy. We're adults. We got stuff to do. Sunday's a little hard. But if you've watched even a minute of this is the only minute of this video that you've watched. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, because I really appreciate that. You could be doing anything else in the world, and you chose to watch this shit for some reason. So until next time.